Greetings. This is Living Abroad with Johnny Scoville, Mellow Yellow. Hey, it's good to see you. Cliff Ann, good to see you. Chili Phil, you madman. You would stomp me in the chili contest right now. But I'm going to get it back up. Do me a favor. I want to say, Kristen, good to see you. If you could you guys give me a 5x5? Let me tell me how I sound. Here's what the deal was yesterday. And please, everybody, hit the like button. We can pull the okie doke on the algorithm. We all just hit the like button and leave a comment, maybe an extra comment. Morella, there's a person who gets it. Hi, Shane. Good to see you. Heard ya. Listen to me. I got your email yesterday. We had a calamity today with the internet. We got it fixed, which is great, but I have a few people that I owe emails to, and you're one of them, bro. And I'm serious about it, so I'll be in touch with you, I promise. Wes Lightburn, hello. Lilac Lime. It's nice to see you. There's an A. Juanito. It's weird. Where's the cat? She was here just a minute ago. Galactic Yachts. It's very good to see you. Mr. Fowler. Sam. It's good to see you, man. Hi, Lisa White. There is one of my favorite people on the globe, on the rock, Lisa Trimble. I hope you're free tomorrow. Now we got our internet straightened out. I'd like to talk to you. Maybe you'll be around. I hope you are. Jane Aldrich. Hi, Susie. You guys are great. And there's Barbara. This is terrific. Thank you for being here. So what an interesting day we had. The internet yesterday, they told us when we moved in, like we didn't know. We thought the internet was going to be good enough for a live stream. I got lucky last night. Here was the deal. There's this apartment, this condominium doesn't have nearly the number of people in it. Like the one next to us has 500 people that are in it. It's crazy. It's a lot of people. There's a lot less in here. I'm not sure if everybody on the internet slowed it down. I don't know anything about the internet. I can talk, but I don't know anything about like upload speeds, download speeds. So yesterday, thank you, heard you, and I promise you we'll be talking. So yesterday, after I was done, Tommy tried to go live, and boy, it just wasn't working for him. I felt bad. I did. I felt bad for him. Thank you. Please do that, Sam. That would be great. Tony's Hooter. Thank you for being here. You're a special person. Anyway, so the speeds yesterday, we had this thing. There's a speed test. You can kind of like hit the like people. We want to get as many people in this thing as we can. I got a lot to tell you about tonight. So I just had the mute button on. But you guys can hear me. I guess that was a mute for like videos. Scared me from that. So anyway, yesterday I did the speed testing, right? And it came up, and it turns out I've learned that the download speed isn't really the issue when you're live streaming. The issue is the upload speed. And the upload speed at this yesterday was 19 for me. And it was like 17 or 16 for Tommy. Now, I don't know anything about, there's Kristen Melinda. I don't know anything about upload speeds. Renee, did I sleep well last night? Did I find the waves loud? You know what? I tried to leave I left the screen door open so I could hear it all night. And I'll tell you what happened. It got cold. Like it really did. Toby Reveille, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Hi, Spicy Jen. Listen, your boy, Chili Phil, is a lunatic. And super hot. Anyway, so I did the upload. Tommy's upload speed was horrific. It was like 16, 15. It even dropped it. At one point, I kid you not, it said 4. Now, so afterwards, hi, Joe. Thank you for being here. So afterwards, I found the speed test thing. I'm like, let's find out what. So I went online. I went to, you know what I did? I went to Chat GPT. And I said, listen, what kind of upload speeds do I need to stream, live stream, and have good connection? Sound good? Forget what I look like. They can't help me with that. But it said you need 20 to 40 megabytes per second. And I was right at 19, which is understandable. That's why if you watched yesterday, there was at the very end, we glitched out for a second. I was like, it came back, right? And then I don't know if it was more people were on. I don't know if it was his computer or where he was sitting. Tommy's was a nightmare. So today, now the person who helped us get into this place, her name is Amy. She is absolutely terrific. There's something here in Salinas. What they call it is mañana time. Everybody here works on mañana time. What that means is, if I tell you I'll call you at 3 or 3 o'clock, I might not call you until 5. It's just kind of the way it works. Nobody gets tense about it. That's how it works. And we knew that because she told us that. When we were talking with her back in the States, she said, hey, there's, I'm going to let you know, but I'll let you know about, because we had some questions. She said, I'll get back to you. But she set us up well. She said, it's mañana time. We're like, pardon me? And she said, mañana time. And she explained what it is. So we realized yesterday we had a problem with the internet, and we weren't going to be able to do what we do. So she is leaving out the country for just a few days, 4 or 5 days. So we're like, we need a faster upload speed, and we need it toot sweet. And I remember asking her, I said, look, is mañana time just for like me having lunch with you, that kind of thing, or business? Like I need help with a matter. Is it still mañana time? And she said, it's mañana time where we live. I was like, wow. Stephen Marshall, good to see you. Thank you for your, yes, I have moved. I'm in Ecuador, South America. So anyway, she said, I put the order in to try to get it, to get it quicker. And I looked at Tommy. Please, everybody, hit the like if you don't mind doing that. I said, Tommy, man, mañana time, dude, we may not have the internet for like a week. And we probably could have had enough. Here's the thing. If you proximity to the modem sort of helps. He was sitting on top of the modem, like holding his computer, and he hit the speed test. It still wasn't doing any good. So today, it was like, I don't know what time it was, but early this morning, hi, Chili Phil. I'm good. I'm good to see you. 10 super hots here. I read that. I see things. Anyway, she says, hey, it's been fixed. Could you check it and let me know if it's going to be adequate? We needed 20 to 30 is what it says, what the chat thing said. So nobody came in. It just, I guess they pushed buttons. It sort of happened. Oh yeah, we moved from the hotel. Absolutely. We did that yesterday. We were in this place yesterday, Steve. Thank you, Kristen, for the full story. And ask why. Don't ask me why. That was weeks ago. If you want to see why, click there. Whoops. That'll tell you why. At any rate, she says, check it. So I was like, I kind of like crossed my fingers and I went to that speedtest.com or .net or whatever it was, and I hit it. And are you ready for this? The upload speed is, I needed 20 to 30. That's what we needed. It's 100 megabytes per second. So we've got great internet. Now, the reason this is important, number one, I stream, and that's what Tommy does. There's going to be a lot more live streaming from me. There's going to be uploads. There's going to be reviews of peppers, and a lot of other stuff. But there's going to be a daily live stream. So we needed the upload speed. It's 100. And that's really terrific for a couple of reasons, because it makes our job easier. But last night, I got to fall asleep listening to the ocean. And it was spectacular. I had my screen open most of the night, but about 5 o'clock, I was freezing. So I had to shut the screen, the window, the sliding glass door. I could still hear the ocean. It's crazy. I don't know if you can hear it now. Brock Bandy, there's a good man right there. Hola, there we go. Hi, Barbara Waite. So good to see you. I'm not positive. Neither am I. But I think streaming ability of the signal is just as important as speed. I could be wrong. Nobody could be wrong more than I could. I don't know a thing about the internet. All I can do is talk in front of people. Herja asks, does it stay the temperature outside that you mentioned all year? I don't know. I've been here 14 days. They say that the average temperature is 75, or it's between 72 and 75 all year long. So Galthia has never porked from eating peppers. I never overdone it either. Boy, I have. Comes with the territory. Oh no, he had Naga Claw. You know what Naga Claw is? Chili Phil had it. It's the strangest feeling in the world. If you eat a ton of super hots, I've only seen it happen to a few people. Happened to me once or twice, I think. But I saw it. If you watch Super Hot, that reality show that was on Hulu and Disney Plus, I was in a competition with the Chili Queen, the UK Chili Queen, and she got Naga Claw. What happens is your hands cramp, and I kid you not, they look just like this. It looks like a claw. They had to feed her the peppers because she couldn't pick them up. It's a weird thing. Anyway, I couldn't upload yesterday. I wanted to have a live stream where you can look every night. I had to delete it because my old phone, I was running out of space. But for a decade, I've been listening to either the wave, ocean, or a thunderstorm. When I go to bed at night, I can't handle silence. It's a problem for me. I don't like it. So I need white noise. I wanted to give you guys a chance to listen to the ocean, but look, it's way far away. The modem's there. Yesterday I could barely have a signal here. I got 90 megabytes per second on the balcony, so we're in great shape. Tonight, after Tommy's live stream, probably, or I don't know what time it'll be. Here right now it's 8:00 in Salinas. I think we'll talk probably till 9, and then Tommy will go probably till 10 or 10:30. So probably around 11 or 11:30. I'm not exactly sure. All right, somewhere around that time, there is going to be a live stream here. Long Dog, it's so good to see you. You know what, Renee, believe it or not, gloves don't really help you in a contest because you don't get the Naga Claw from the physical outside contact. You get them because you just have so much capsaicin, and that's just what happens. So even if you wore gloves, it really wouldn't really help you. It'd be nice if it did. Anyway, we couldn't pull it off. It was a bummer because I really wanted to give you guys a chance to hear it because it is insane. 90 megabytes is bad, mate. Not where I'm sitting. And let me ask you a question. How do I sound, you guys? According to Chat GTP for upload speed, when you're live streaming, you need an upload speed of between 20 and 40 for a good stream. We have 100. So 90 is going to be screaming. I had yesterday, the live stream I did here, I was at 19. So there's nothing wrong at all with 90. I promise you, it's going to get the job done. But anyway, tonight at like 11 or so, there's going to be, it won't just be audio, there'll be a visual as well, which is pretty cool. So if you want, look at that. Jeremy Fowler says 5x5. I'm looking sound normal. I sound normal, but what does normal look like? B. Hendricks, Pura Vida. Good to see you, B. Hendricks. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. I think if I had 3 pods, we would have full-blown Naga Claw. Hey, you might have. Brutal. Hi, Kellyanne. I sound fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. Roberta, you're a doll. Good to see you. Are you safe from the impending weather? There's no impending weather here. In fact, ready for this? When we were moving here from the hotel, Amy, our realtor, she was so sweet. She drove us here. She's like, I'll take you. I don't think Starlink is going to help me much more than this. This is rocking. I'm really excited about it. But anyway, when we got here, hi, Lori T. Thank you for being here. She was driving us over. And I said, you know what? Not that I like bad weather. You know what I mean? I don't like really horrific weather, but I kind of like a storm once in a while. To me, it's boring. It's the same weather every day. She said, yeah, there's no storms here. I said, what, you don't get cyclones? She goes, yeah, no, not really. She said there was an El Nino or El Nina. I'm not sure which one it was, but they had some storms during that time. And she said something that was so funny. She said, just the other day, we saw lightning. And she said, it was the first time I've seen lightning in 18 years. So we're not going to get really crazy weather here, which is sort of a drag because I like weather. I like, when I lived in the East Coast, I loved blizzards. I don't ever like hurricanes or anything like that, but a good, in Tucson, they'd have what do they call it? The tsunami season. Oh, no, not tsunami. Is that what they call it in Tucson? I can't remember. No, the rain season. There's a rain season in Tucson where, I'm not joking, it comes down, it can be not raining, and then all of a sudden it's hail, and in 20 minutes you have this much hail on the line. It's really true. There just isn't any of that here. It's pretty chill. Blue Green, what a great name. Good to see you. I love a rainy night. And it makes me high. I love a rainy night. It's a good song. Who sang that? Eddie. Who sang that, people? I don't remember. Oh, no way. Sydney is having a cyclone bomber, and I am so sorry. You know what? Monsoon. You might be right. That's what it is. Monsoon season. Thank you, KM. You know what? I'm throwing prayers your way. Exactly, heard you. I am El Nino. That is my promise to pray for you guys. I'm so sorry. It's a hard thing. Storms are scary. Here I am saying I kind of like storms, and then Sydney's really dealing with a bad one. I feel bad about that. Hang in there, Anyway, so the bottom line is tonight, after AZ Chili Head, yeah, they know, Arizona Chili Head, monsoon season. Boy, you know what happened today? I got Kellyanne. Good to see you. There's a rainy season, and this is it. We're just coming out of it. So it's just, this is just sort of a chill place. BJ Thomas, thank you. Barbara Wade. No, I know it was Eddie Rabbit. That's who's saying that. Thank you. You guys are awesome. So let me tell you what happened back in Tucson. Today we were in the shopping. We went shopping for some groceries. I'm going to tell you about because that was an experience. Thank you for all the good thoughts, the vibrations, prayers. Appreciate it for Sydney because that's a bummer, man. You know what? Weather's scary. Rocket Queen, good to see you. Barella's got in there. He's got his good vibes going. I know, so do I, right, Lisa? Here I'm saying I like good storms, and then they're going through it. Pepper Poppy, thank you. You email those. I appreciate you doing that. Anyway, tonight you're going to go to sleep if you want to. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But Pepper Poppy, no, I already said that. This is the one. Is there any truth to the water draining, spinning anti-clockwise in South America? You know what? The same thing happened in Australia. I remember when I got to Australia, I got off the plane, went right to the bathroom. Because it was a plane. I was on a long flight. I had to go to the bathroom. But I remember looking, flushing, going, it did the same thing. It's probably because of the way they're angled. I don't have any idea. Sounds cool, though. Exactly. There you go. That's what BJ Thomas said. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Your old age. You and me both. I turn 59 pretty soon. Monk! Good to see you. Hi, Travis. Very good to see you. For everybody who's waiting for an email, I've got maybe a dozen people that are sitting around waiting for an email from me. And I feel bad, but tomorrow, I did say to some people today, look, I'm having problems with the internet. We're going to try to get it sorted, but I will be emailing you all. So there will be tonight. You can fall asleep to the same sounds that I fell asleep to, and it's beautiful. It's incredible. It's shocking how loud it is. I'm not even kidding. It's going to be. You can hear it, and there'll be a video of it so you can see it because there's lights from the Malecon that shine on the water, so you'll be able to see the waves break all night if you want. Now, listen. Here's why I'm doing that. I'm doing it because I sleep better that way, and since heard ya. That's another great song, right? That was a great song. You guys remember that? Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song? Classic. I had a bunch of people that, when I say a bunch, probably 3 or 4, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, that's a bunch to me, that emailed me. And very, very sweet. They were all very, very kind. Hi, Silver Surfer, Tracy and Michelle. Good to see you. Hello, Measle Smokes. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So I've had people that have emailed me and said, I had one that literally said, I want to help you financially. Now, in light of people saying terrible things about me that are not true, especially about money and things like that, I don't want a super chat tonight. Please don't give one. Just want you to hang out. What we do is we're just going to talk and have fun. So don't super chat. If you want to help me, and this is why I've been telling people, if you want to help me, this is how you can help me. Number one, see what I'm putting in the chat right now? See that? I need a lot of those. No fooling. I need a lot of those. So if it's just positive vibes you got, I want them. If it's just just good mental thoughts, I'd appreciate them. If they're prayers, they would mean the world to me. Okay, so I would appreciate that. But this is what I've said to people that say they want blue green. Thank you. For people that say I want to support you financially, I don't want you to send me money. I really don't. Here's how you can help. You can help by getting a better night's sleep. They say, Debbie going strong. They say they are, but they say that circadian rhythm, the listening to the waves, does something to you, your circadian rhythm. I don't Google it. Or chat GTP or whatever it is. Ask. They say that there's kind of, scientific, stuff that sort of backs. My cat just ran through here. Here's the thing. They can catch top speed in here that they couldn't do in any other place we've ever lived. And it's funny because Katie's feet, it's like she's wearing slippers. Night Rider, good to see you, because they have hair coming between the toes. So she drifts around corners. It's hilarious. Did you just recently discover sleep? I've had sleep problems for a long time. True, Travis. You're my first email in the morning now that so I'll be emailing you tomorrow. But I'm not good with sleep. I'm not good at it. I've gotten better with naps. Last week when we were in the hotel, I think like 4 or 5 days in a row, I took a nap during the day, which was spectacular because normally I wake up from a nap foggy and disoriented. I don't know what day it is. I don't feel good. It just throws me off horribly. When I was at the hotel, I napped successfully, meaning I woke up, I wasn't freaked out. Things weren't weird. Hi, Susie. And that night when I went to bed, I was able to sleep. And that's the problem I have. If I am able to sleep, I take a nap and wake up and not feel weird, that night I can't sleep. Here I've been able to sleep. Anyhow, here's how I want you to help me. Just listen to the ocean tonight. That's all. It sounds cool. Maybe you'll sleep better. I know that for the last 9 years I've slept. Come here, Katie. What are you doing? You all right? What are you doing? I got a cool glove today. It looks like just a black glove. It's got little Muppy things on it, and you pet the cat, and you're done. There's like a handful of hair on there. Now you would think that Katie would be the one that had the handful of hair. It was Squirrel that had more hair than Katie. It was weird. Josh Cohen, if Riley's there, please tell her hello from me. Good to see you, Cohen family. Thank you for being here. Heard you says hopefully you'll sleep much better listening to the ocean. I hope so too. B. Hendricks, have you heard about I've not heard of that. Didgeridoo therapy. I've not, but I will look into that. It's interesting. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm not a good sleeper. Like I'm telling you, for about 15 years, I got 4 hours a night, every night. That was it. And I used to wear it like a badge of courage. Like, I only sleep 4 hours a night. There's nothing good about that. If you study, you don't need to study. Just read how important sleep is. It's terrifying that I slept 4 hours a night for like a decade and a half. But I've gotten to the point where I can sleep like 6 now. And that's not a ton, but it's a whole lot better than 4. Night Rider says, I love the sound of the ocean to go to sleep to. So tonight, there'll be a live stream. And you know what I've said? Because some people say, I don't like the sound of the ocean. Well, if you really want to help me, just click on it, hit mute. It's okay. If you want to help, that's how you can help me. Barbara says that being near the ocean soothes my soul. The sound of is butter on the biscuit. Wow, that's a cool description. I get it. Kellyanne says, good sleep is a game changer. Check your calcium and vitamin D levels. Really made a difference for me. You know what? I'm not good. Let me tell you. Since I've gotten here, we've been eating really healthy food. And one thing that happened to me so much, and if you've watched me for any length of time, how many times did I say, I forgot where I was going? It doesn't really happen anymore. It's weird enough that Tommy, I'm like, hey, I'll lose my train of thought all the time. And if I do, I'm able to figure it, get right back. It's very strange. I think it's a combination of I'm eating lot of protein, and I'm sleeping well. And I don't know. So hopefully, I need to be healthy. I want to live longer. Here's the deal. I'm not a young boy. Nobody thinks I am. Seriously. I'm going to be almost 60. I'm going to be 59 in a handful of days. In fact, Tommy's going to be, I'm not going to tell you Tommy's age. He's younger than me, but his birthday is the day after tomorrow. It's cool. Gouthie, that's a different instrument with a long wooden trumpet. It's kind of cool. Barella, sleep. What is this activity you speak of? Hey, listen, I get it. And And the funny thing is, every once in a while, you'll get 2 hours sleep and not be tired at all. That kind of stuff can happen, but sleep's important. Sam says that REM sleep, especially, however you spell it, which takes longer amounts of time to reach, I believe. Tommy's been talking recently about sleep. We're learning a lot about sleep and the brain, a lot about the brain that we didn't know. My breathing better. The AC unit in the hotel we were at was rough. Angela Murphy, what is the hottest pepper in my country? Well, it's two answers to that. I was raised and born in the United States. The hottest pepper in that country that I have ever eaten is a warthog. It is ridiculously hot, way, way hotter than any other pepper I've ever eaten. All right, now I live now in South America. I have not had any peppers here at all. But I think this is where the habanero sort of was discovered. I am going to eat a lot. Today, I was in a grocery store. I want to talk about that because I got to walk through and took a look at the peppers. If the video comes, I haven't looked at it. I will upload it and let you guys see what the peppers look like. Or the fruit and everything. The pepper selection wasn't very good in the store you went to, but the fruit's weird. When I went to the Philippines, they have this one fruit. Somebody's going to help me because I can't remember the name of it. It's a round little fruit with hair and fur on it. I can't remember the name. Somebody will help me, but it is amazing. And every time I went to the Philippines, when I got there, they'd give me a big bag of them. Ramadan. See that? My brain is working. I'm not sure I said it right, but that's the fruit. When I got to the Philippines, I was like, what in the world is this? There's fruit here that I look at and go, hey, can I get one of those? He's like, what is it? So we're going to dive in and try some really cool fruit. Kind of excited about that. Look at that. Chili Phil, I normally get 4 to 5 hours. Try to get more, bro. Seriously, it's so important. It really, really is. I can tell you because I'm sleeping a little bit more, I'm eating better, and I feel better. I feel smarter. That may sound crazy, but look at that. I look a day over 29. That's funny. I love that. Steven says 55 ain't old. It's kind of you to say. Can I tell you something? I was talking to one of my best friends today. I don't know what 59 feels like. What's it supposed to feel like? I've never been 59. Gotta be. Look at that. Brock is 1 month older. Tommy is 1 month older than Brock. That's kind of cool. Josh Cohen, in the middle of a fresh, exciting journey. Let me tell you something about this fresh, exciting journey. It's been one of the most emotional. It is what it is. There's more change in my life has happened in the last 2 weeks. I mean, Katie's sleeping right there. You know what? I don't know. You know what? I got great internet. Let me see if I can give you a shot of Katie. There's Katie sleeping on the table. Now, it's cute. Barbara's got a great question. Did I ever get that fire truck I wanted for my birthday? Do you know I did? Somebody sent me one. It's really funny. What she's referring to, I was born on the 6th of July. My brother was born. I got your pepper, Sam. I'll be with you in just a sec. Where are you coming? I was born on the 6th, and my brother was born on the 3rd. Now he was supposed to, I think his due date was the 6th, but he was born early. I can't shut my brain off. That's right, Josh. And Lisa, I'll say that in just a minute. Thank you, Lisa. Anyway, I don't remember. Hi, Desi. Thanks for being here. I don't remember any of this because I was a little kid. Shannon Trim, thank you for being here. I was 4. Jim Rockford, hello. Thanks for stopping in. Please, if everybody could, Ramadan. There you go. See, I knew I said it wrong, but that's it. You know, I remembered it. If you can, hit the like button, please. That'd be really cool if you do that. So anyway, my mom went. She was getting ready to have a baby, so she split. I knew something was weird was going on. I don't remember, hey, you're going to have a brother. It was just sort of weird, you know, because all of a sudden my uncle and my aunt were taking care of us. My mom and dad are gone. It was sort of weird. Highlighting all the questions and comments. I promise I'll get it. Drew B, really good to see you, bro. Dragon fruit's awesome. All right, so here's what happened. My mother had Tommy. My Uncle John was with us and his wife. And my mother came home with my brother on my birthday. I was 4. Now, if you're a 4-year-old kid, you got, your birthday's coming up. I wanted a fire truck. Now, I don't remember saying this. I really don't. But apparently, when my mom came in the room and said, hey, here's your birthday present. It's your brother. I said, angry, with an angry tone, I wanted a fire truck. I told that story. And somebody that used to be close to me sent me a fire truck. And it was really cool because it's a fire truck from the year that Tommy was born. And it's pretty spectacular. Now, it didn't make the move, at least in my suitcases. Okay, we had 3 suitcases and a couple of cats and a guitar. Back home, we had 10 boxes, and they are, I don't know what the size of them, they're big, and we have 10 of them. Believe it or not, 2 of them are mine. The rest are all Tommy's, and they're going to be shipped here. So, in one of those boxes is the fire truck. I will display it. Okay, Pepper Poppy Sam said, I think my 7-pot EF might be hotter than a chocolate primatale. Can I tell you something, Sam? This is the truth. We're in a time where there is just everything is hotter. Like the Reaper used to be the hottest pepper. It'll never not be a hot pepper. People always be frightened of it because it's a wicked hot pepper, but I ate a warthog created by Matthew Arthur. It's a Wartrix crossed with a 7-pot. I think that's what it is. But I mean, it's the hottest thing I've ever eaten. So much hotter than any other pepper I've ever had. And the best thing about it is Matthew Arthur, he's the coolest guy in the world. He's such a nice guy. Beautiful wife. She's terrific. He said, you know what? If anybody wants some seeds, all you got to do is send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. I won't pay for the mailing. You got to pay. Give me an envelope. But I'll give you the seeds for free. He sent over 600 packets of seeds. I don't mean he gave you 3 seeds. He gave you a bunch. He sent over 600 packets of seeds around the world. And there are so many people right now growing crazy combinations of peppers with a warthog. And I'm really excited. So, Sam, I think, play with a warthog. I hope you have some warthog seeds. If you don't, I'll see what I can do about getting you some. But we're in a fun time for peppers. It's a glorious day to be a Chilean. All right. One of my faves. Lisa, I usually put on a light rain with soft piano to sleep. Looking forward to trying this in the ocean. It's beautiful, Lisa. And thank you. You know what? I used to listen to, I remember reading somewhere, if you go to bed and listen to music, it's better to listen to music like on the louder side versus soft. Because what I read, I don't know if it's true at all, but if it's soft, subconsciously, you're asleep, you don't realize, but you're straining to hear it. You don't realize you're doing that, but you're trying to hear something that's difficult to hear. So if it's loud enough, like wait, if it's loud enough, you don't need to struggle to hear it because it's right there and you fall asleep easier. I don't know if that's true, but logically, it sounds like it makes sense to a guy like me. Renee, Do you like chocolate flavored with peppers? I had some delicious ones. You know what? It's a funny thing you asked that, Renee. I used to hate them. It was such a problem for me. Here's the problem. A lot of chocolate pods are very, very, they're floral in nature. They kind of taste flower. You know, I used to say soapy, but people would say, well, it doesn't taste soapy. That's how I kind of interpreted it back then. But it's flowery. You know what I mean? I used to say it's like a 7-pot Maybelline. It tastes like a mouthful of perfume. And I used to hate it. And it used to make me want to run to the bathroom and get rid of them. And what happened, the strangest thing in the world, because I'm telling you, I couldn't stand chocolate pods. And over time, and I'm telling you, it took time. I've eaten thousands of peppers on this channel. About, I don't know, was it 3 years ago, Dizzy? I asked Dizzy because Dizzy's on the ball. It must have been 3 years ago or so. I started grooving on chocolate pods. And now I really, really love them. It's one of my favorites. Josh Cohen, my tolerance is the same as Tommy's. How about that? Today we had lunch. They bring this little red sauce. Every restaurant has a little red sauce that they bring you. Peppers, onions, cilantro, and everybody's is different. They don't have a jar. They just make their own. And at the hotel we were at, every day it was different. So we would taste like, how's the sauce today? Today we went to a different restaurant because where our apartment is, 100 feet, right that way, is a restaurant it's a restaurant 100 feet away. And we went there and had it. Today their hot sauce, I said, how is it? It was hot. But Tommy's tolerance is the same as mine. Now, some people can say, well, that's a bummer. We like watching you eat hot peppers. You know my favorite part of eating hot peppers? I love the flavor. I do. Carla, by the way, is terrific too, Sam. Matthew's wife, Carla, she's terrific. I like the flavor of peppers, but I love the burn. I'm a bit of a masochist when it comes to things like that. I don't like heartache, toothache, headaches, or backache. But apart anything else, I can groove them. I know it sounds weird, doesn't make much sense. Look at this. Just Me Being Me. When Just Me Being Me got peppers, seeds from Matthew, he sent well over 50. So there are people all over the world right now that are growing not just warthogs. I'm excited about the warthogs, don't get me wrong, but I'm excited about the weird, strange combinations that people are going to be doing. And I'm telling you, in the coming years, there are going to be some absolute ridiculous crosses. Thank you to the warthog. There was an interview I did with Matthew Arthur. He's a terrific guy. You know what? If you're on Facebook, reach out to him. And he said the last time he said, I'm going to give 3 seeds away until I don't have any more. And everybody who sent seeds, if you didn't get any this year, I'll give you some next year. So he's going to keep doing it. He's such a terrific guy. He just wants to spread the love. Am I staying in touch with all my favorite growers? It's a little bit difficult, Drew. For the last 4 months, it's been just a tumultuous time for me. I haven't stayed in touch with anybody. I'm just keeping my lips above the water. And the other thing is, it really, you know what? People say, well, how are you going to get peppers now? I'm a 4-hour flight from Miami. So I promise you I can get peppers. I had peppers sent to me when I lived in Reno. I had peppers sent to me from Germany. They arrived on a Monday. I ate them on a Friday. That's how fresh they were. And when I was in Fort Mill, Dizzy can probably tell me. I was in Fort Mill, I think, when I got peppers sent to me twice from Australia. So I'm telling you, it's a drag because it's sort of expensive, but I'll be willing to pay the shipping to offset the costs. You know what I mean? So I'll take care of that. But I'm still going to be able to eat a lot of peppers. Also, there are a lot of growers around here. I don't know them. I'm going to find them. Today, when I went to lunch, I ordered lunch. We go back and forth. And man, I'll tell you something. The waiter walked away. Tommy went, wow, you nailed that. I'm serious. I'm getting better. I am. And today, I wrote my first letter in Spanish since high school. The wonderful woman that a couple of people that sit at the front desk at the lobby of this apartment. We did some grocery shopping yesterday, and Tommy was carrying the stuff. I was up here, my back was destroyed, so I feel bad. I wasn't helping, but he carried some stuff in, and the person with the cab was waiting. While he was in there, I'm not gonna say her name, because I don't want to out her, but she's just the most terrific woman. She picked up these 2 water jugs. I mean, they're huge. I don't know how many gallons there are, but they're huge. And she brought them in, and Tommy felt terrible. She was like carrying the water. So I wrote her a letter thanking her. And you know what? When you write in Spanish, it helps a lot. Today also, listen to this. Today we were in the place having lunch, and I heard this song playing and said "Lo siento" about something. They were sorry. I'm like, hey man, they're sorry. I'm starting to pick stuff up. I'm getting better at it. Well, I'm not, but I could if you'd help me. Anybody, people? A primatali with a warthog, be a wicked cool pepper. Here's the thing, though. You know what? The common, like the logical thought is, well, pick the 2 hottest peppers I could find, stick them together, we'll come up with a hotter. The primatali is a 7-pot prima cross with a fatale. Fatale is not even close to how hot 7-pot prima is. So sometimes the 2 hottest aren't going to make a hotter one. You never know, so it's kind of exciting. That's why I don't get lavender as a flavor for things. I like it as a smell, not as a flavor. You know what? Lavender to me is wicked perfumey. I didn't like it, but I've had one. I had a orange pockmark, or was it purple pockmark? I don't remember, but it was a pockmark of some sort, and it was absolutely delicious, and it tasted like straight lavender. It was incredible. Okay, I'm going to read a couple comments and questions here. If you have a question or comment, throw C's, a couple capital C's. You've seen people do it. It'll catch my attention. If you have questions, throw a couple capital Q's in there, and it will get my attention. Kevin, I saw your question anyway. Do I have Thai chilies? I'm sure they are here, but I haven't added it here yet. I haven't had pepper here yet because I've been moving. It's been insane, but I will, I promise. Scooting ahead, trying to catch up. Rico Dorsey, I'm so glad you're here. I never tried a chocolate pod. Maybe next year I will grow in chocolate. Here's the thing, people, and every once in a while, someone's going to ask me: peach, chocolate, bubble gum, they don't taste like peach, chocolate, and bubblegum. It just simply refers to the color because people ask a lot. It's not a stupid question because you just don't know. But chocolate pods don't taste chocolate. But boy, they have a unique burn. Chocolate pods burn you like they're mad at you, and they have a grudge. They burn. They have a different type of burn. It's sinister. You know what? Steven says you're in a great place. You get to finally spot to do some pepper breeding. You know what? My balcony. I don't know how big it is, but I could probably grow. I don't want to take up all the space, but I could probably grow 50 plants on my balcony. So I think I'm going to try to grow some peppers on the balcony. Yes, Germany too. Exactly, Dizzy. And they were great. Yeah, they were great peppers. They were. It was a Reaper Beast. Remember that? It was Reaper Beast. That's not bad memory. I'm telling you, 2 months ago I couldn't remember that. My brain is firing on all cylinders. I'm not even joking. That was a hot pepper. He sent me over 500 between what he sent me originally. Wow. See that? Matthew Arthur is just a great guy. He's a giver, man. I'll tell you something. Something happened, and I've had great conversations with him. When you're young, I think everybody kind of goes through this thing where we get to a place where we think that letters are a lost art for real. Don't you appreciate when someone sits down and actually writes you a letter? It's a lost art. Writing. You know what? My handwriting, it doesn't look good though. Just telling you something, and I don't remember. Just want to tell you that Matthew does overdo it with the what he sends. He really does. Someone just asked about a certain pepper. What do you say there, Tommy Scoville? How are you? Yep, the Reaper Beast. The Reaper Beast was from Germany. If you give me a minute, don't tell me. I think I can probably remember who sent it to me. I went to Newcastle, met him. He was great. He walked up and goes, I didn't know him from sight because I didn't go to his page, but he introduced himself. I was like, wow, I know you. I'm sorry. Tengo mucho dolor. Lo siento, I'm sorry. Tengo muchos. I want a lot of dollar. I don't know what dolor means. I tell you, I'm really getting better at it. Well, I'm not. I could if you'd help me. Anybody? Tommy Boy reference. Bassett Pate, any plans to go to the Amazon? I'm actually technically, we live in the Amazon basin, so sort of in the Amazon. But no, I don't. You know what? Here's the thing. Where I live is very safe. I live on a place called the Malecon. It translates to boardwalk. It's kind of like the Strip in Vegas. Because it's where the tourism happens, I took the last walk I took on the beach when I was at the hotel. Just standing in one spot, I could see 8 police officers. When you walk by them, they say hello to you and they smile at you. Coolest thing. So I think it's going to be very safe. But I will tell you, if I went 5 miles that way, we'll put it this way, I wouldn't go 5 miles that way. I just wouldn't. Kevin says, do you put hot peppers in your food or just eat them plain? I mostly eat them plain. You know, it's strange, but I mostly eat them plain. Now, if I have a bunch of peppers around, I don't cook with them. If I eat it with a meal, I'll just, like a burger, I'll just munch on a pepper while I'm eating a burger. I do that. I don't really cook. I don't cook. I'm not, you know, here's the thing. I'm a bachelor. I've lived alone for a long, long time. You know what I mean? And it's really hard to cook for one person. It's almost easier and cheaper to but it's food I was eating. The food I was eating was just garbage and it's not good for you. So I'm trying to be healthy. All right, so in just a second, I'm going to go to the CCs and the QQs I got because I got a bunch. Make sure I don't miss it. I'm trying to catch up. Tinctures are hot, Galpy. They're crazy. One drop will do you. Yeah, Dizzy wants to get my opinion on your warhead warthog. It would destroy me right now. Jalapeno would hurt you. But that's the fun part of growing, building your tolerance again. You know what, Drew? I went to a store today and got a bottle of ají pepper sauce. It's kind of cool. What did you say, Tommy Stowe?
Candy flavored hot Cheetos.
You hear that? That's mean. You didn't do that. You can't eat flaming hot Cheetos. I could. Dances with Comics. Thanks for being here. Yeah, the best things in life. Thank you. Lost my train of thought. These was right there with it. Everybody goes through a stage where you think that the best things in life are things you can acquire or buy. Oh, dolor means pain. There you go. Thank you, Kristen. The best things in life are things you can buy. I've learned anyway, because I went through the stage where I thought you could. I did. I went through the stage where I thought I could buy happiness. I'll tell you something. You can't. Happiness is a choice. I know it sounds crazy, but happiness is a conscious choice. I believe that. Okay, so I got some more comments and questions. So Stephen says, so I am young at heart, and age is just a number. You know what? I feel like I am. Here's the problem. I'm just going to be straight with you. I'm wicked and mature. I am. It's just the way it is. I never really grew up. I'm mature is what I should say. Lisa, then there are times when Katy Perry allowed you to sleep maybe 2 hours a night. She's been funny. Last night was our first night sleeping here, and I thought she would sleep in Tommy's room. And here's why. Squirrel sleeps in Tommy's room. She does not sleep on my bed. And Katie likes to sleep with Squirrel. So I figured I wouldn't see Katie at all last night. And at like 3 o'clock in the morning, she comes running in, jumps on the bed with the bird you gave her. Now, it wasn't charged, so it wasn't flapping and making noise like a real bird, but she dropped it on right by my head and bumped my face with her head until I woke up. She wanted to show me she'd caught a bird and brought it to me. She's adorable. So I got MA Warthogs yellow and red and plan on crossing the red rogue with it. Good plan, Sam. For real, that would be a wicked good combination. Mike, do you think they would ever make another color variation hotter than the chocolate pods? You know what? I don't think. Listen, everything I have is just an opinion. There are people a whole lot smarter than me. I don't think there may be something hotter than the Warthog, and I know that the one that destroyed me was a Rogue One. And I say that because I've eaten a lot of Warthogs, and while they're all stupid hot, that one in particular was twice as hot. I know that sounds absurd, but it was twice as hot as any other pepper I've ever had. Now, I have a theory in my head, could be wrong, but I think if you get a rogue pepper, that's simply showing you what the potential of that pepper could be if everything worked right. Maybe not. Maybe it has nothing to do with genetics. There are people that say that rogue is not genetic. That's why it's rogue. Maybe in my head, I like to think that rogue is kind of like peeking the curtain at what you may be able to get if everything worked out well. Jane says, you're doing great, Johnny. Spanish will be your friend. You know what? I have this fear that I'm never going to be fluent. And I don't want to sound like, I don't mind this. I'll be happy to be fluent and sound like an American who happens to be fluent, but I really want to be able to converse with people. I don't just want to say I need to check and be able to order something off a menu. Thank you. Good morning. Have a good night. I want to be able to have intellectual conversations with people. I'm a long way from that. Barbara says, did your place come furnished? Did you have to go shopping for that? No, you know what? A very strange thing that happens. I'm not sure if it's strange because I don't know. I haven't bought like something like this anywhere else. Here, it's very, very common that most of the, a lot of the apartments come fully furnished. This came fully furnished. The art you see, there's a couch that was there that I do not like. That's why it's not there. And there are a few of the paintings that I do not like, so they're in a different room. But some of this stuff is absolutely spectacular. If you saw the videos of me in Tucson, we had a glass table. It was square, it was rectangular. And Katie loved that thing. She was always playing on it. Katie would lay on top of the glass. When the squirrel would walk by, she'd swat her, and they would wrestle a lot. That glass table, not only was it an amazing place for the cast to play, but I destroyed my knees and shins on it constantly. You ever have a glass table? Yeah. Anyway, when we got this place, it came with a glass table. It's a hexagon. It's right there, and I'm going to put it right there. So that's kind of a cool thing. But it came furnished, and it's a very, very beautiful thing. Kevin says, I'm afraid of something Reaper. I won't go there. I know my limits. Habanero Thai chilies is all I can do. You know what? It's a process. I'm telling you, my tolerance is gone. Tommy Scoville's, you won't believe this, but Tommy Scoville's tolerance is the same as Johnny Scoville's tolerance. It's a fact, right? You don't need to brag about it. Captain Capsaicin, I have 6 million SHU hot sauce. If my tolerance goes down, I bring it up with half a spoonful of that. Half a spoonful? You're a better man than I, Gunga did. No, for real. 6 million is piping hot. I'm impressed. Okay, Barella asks, when you want to spice up food you're eating, what is your go-to super hot or hot sauce? I don't use, like I said, I kind of don't, I don't cook with peppers, so I just like munch on them. So, when my tolerance is up, my favorite pods are, I love chocolate pods. I love yellow super hots. Yellow super hots to me taste a lot more citrusy and fruity and spectacular. But as far as sauces and stuff, I love sauce, but more of a pepper person. Rico says, I saw a new hottest pepper chart that has Pepper X first, Dragon's Breath second, and Primatali not on the list. It's hilarious. Pepper X doesn't exist. It's my opinion. Be mad at me all you want. I don't care. I'm in a different country. Come get me. I don't think it exists. And the reason I don't think it exists is I tested his sauce, that company's sauce that was supposed to be. They still say it's 2.4 million because it's made with 91 or 92% Pepper X. And I had it tested. It was only 61,000 Scoville. I had it tested twice by 2 different labs, independent labs. I didn't have them ship it to me. It went straight from the manufacturer to the lab. And both times none of it was higher than 61,000. So that tells me that Pepper X was a wicked good marketing ploy. And a lot of people got it. $30 a bottle. I had people that emailed me and said, I'm in London. I paid $70 with shipping. I'm so mad. There are a lot of upset people about that. For real. What has happened to the silly? You think it's silly? Mike, I think I'm starting to get a sense that you're losing faith in me or something. Still something we plan on doing. It's called Euphora resinifera. It is a cactus, but it's actually a plant. However, it looks like a cactus, and it secretes a something. Wow, I'm telling you, brain food. Resin paratoxin. It's not like capsaicin, but they've tested it, and they say that it burns humans as capsaicin does, and it's 16 billion and not 16 million. I have a plan to try that. I got to build my tolerance up.
Some sriracha first.
Yeah. I've been accused of being silly before. I can take it. Chili Phil, thank God for tinctures. Boy, they really do help bring a tolerance up fast. Herja, my wife says being positive and happy is a choice. She's right. She also says we handle trials and our attitudes about them are up to us. Fact, you definitely married up. Good for you. Listen, half of life, only 10% of life is problems. 90% of how we deal with them. Seriously, we can't affect what happens. We can't control what happens to us, but you know what we can control? How we react to what happens to us. So your wife is spot on, and I'm glad you and I will talk about that tomorrow, Herja. Seriously, I will be emailing you. Dizzy, give me a call. We can practice your Spanish. You know what? You'll talk 150 miles an hour, and you'll laugh at me. I'm on WhatsApp. Message me. We'll do that. I just don't want you to laugh at me, all right? Please don't laugh at me. I'll teach you how to say things wrong so you sound like a local.
You don't need any help with that.
Okay, definitely don't need any help with that. Kellyanne, Herja, your wife is wise, says Kellyanne. Let's see here. Man, I'm way behind. I'm trying to catch up. Renee, once you meet the gentleman at the shelter, it'll motivate you to become fluent. Boy, that is a fact. If you don't know what you... There's my girl. Who's Katie? How you doing? You good? Girl. So, real quickly, I'm not going to be able to catch up with all the questions because I may be able to. We have 15 minutes. I'm still clicking the, I'm going to try to get to everybody's. So, when Amy, the person who helped us get this place, there's a shelter very close to us with a group of men, and they are suffering from addiction, and they are suffering with the addiction of heroin. Tommy and I we are both recovering addicts. All right. We told her that. And I swear to you, when Tommy said, I'm a recovering heroin addict, her eyes got that big. I swear to you, she looked at Tom and she goes, I need you. And she meant it. And then she told us about this shelter. And they're from Brazil, Argentina, Peru. Are they?
Yeah.
There's some Americans. They're all over, but they're addicted, and they need, you know what they need? They need hope. They need to see that it can be done. So she looked at Tommy and I. She was so excited. She said, "Do you think you would be willing to come and tell your testimony and talk about how you got clean?" We were trying to beat the other person to say yes. We both said yes immediately. It's important. Listen, these guys are sleeping 3 men to a cot, not a bed. You could put 4 people in my bed. I have a big bed. Hey, you're in my room. Could you put 4 people in that bed? Yeah. There are 3 people to a cot. You know how heartbreaking that is? She asked us if we would help. I said, yeah. I said, well, you know, habla español. I said, who's going to translate? She smiled and she goes, I will. She's so cool. I kid you not. You know, we got here. We don't have a church yet. She goes, I got one. I'll come pick you up on Sundays. She is so cool. It's unbelievable. It really is neat. I'm excited about it. So we are going to go. It's every weekend. Every weekend, Tommy and I will be going and doing everything we can to help these guys get sober. We're going to restore dignity. Give them hope and show them that, like, I'm a clown, you guys. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Barella, can we get a tour of the new place? Sorry, cannot. I apologize. But let me explain to you one problem that Tommy and I have done. I've been wickedly honest and way too upfront about everything in my life. And it has done nothing but cause harm to my life. So I'm going to keep my cards very close. I'll show you the room I'm in now. I'll show you the balcony. And that's it. And there may be a time, a couple of years from now where I give you guys a tour. And I'm sorry. I hope you understand. I've been way too, listen, when you go online and when you do what I do and you're upfront and you lay yourself out like I do, you are vulnerable and you leave yourself open to maybe one day. I'm sorry. That was a lot of talking to say no, not now, but maybe one day. Chili Phil, I wondered how much it would cost to mail you a bottle of my tincture. You know what? We'll figure it out, and I'll cover that. I'm not going to make you pay for that. And I'm sorry. I hope no one's upset with me about it, but, that's kind of the way it is. Pepperhead, drinking every day. I need to chill. You know what? The fact that he even said that, typed that in a chat with 72 people tells me that you're ready to make a change in your life. I'll help you. My email is chasetheheat@gmail.com. Pepper Beast, I'm going to say something right now and hope you don't get upset with me. I think you're Dale. I think you're just kind of playing with us. I've checked around. I couldn't find him in any of the hospitals. The other night, and I'm not trying to be a jerk to you. I'm really not. The other night you signed off and you said goodnight, and you spelled night with a K. A while back, Dale did that. He said goodnight with a K. And I've never seen anybody do that before. You both did it. And I'm not trying to be a mean person, but every single post you've ever said since you've been in my live stream, you talked about Dale. If I'm wrong, boy, please forgive me. If you just need some attention, email me. We'll talk. But I got just a funny feeling that I'm talking to Dale. And I'm serious. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I swear to you, I'm not. But that's just what my heart's telling me. Look at that. Chili Phil, almost 27 months without alcohol. I'm super excited for you. That's so awesome. Lisa Trimble, 15 years. I'm 15 years clean from all the bad ones. And wicked excited about that. Drew says, man, keep your peace of mind, Johnny. You don't owe anyone anything. I'll tell you what, you would think I do. Kevin, high stuff alcohols are horrible. I was a bad alcoholic. It's a very depressing drug. They call it a depressant for a reason. It is possible to quit. Let me tell you something. It is. And I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. If I'm wrong, Pepper Beast, I'll come on and give you a giant apology. I promise you. But I just got a feeling. Okay? Just got a feeling. No, Dale's not a bad guy at all. I don't think you're a bad guy. Anyway, let me share with you something. I don't have my act together. You might think I do. You know what happens when you communicate well? You know what people think? These guys acting. I was in kindergarten. I remember looking at kids in the first grade thinking, man, those are big kids and they got it figured out. Guess what? I got to first grade. I didn't figure it out. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm a guy who's just going to be honest with you. So I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but that's just what my heart's telling me. At any rate, I get to first grade, and then I'm watching kids in grade school, 2nd through 6th, and I thought, man, look how big they are by the bus. I'm scared to death of the bus. Those kids have their act together. Then I got to grade school, and you know what happened to me? Couldn't find it. I couldn't sort it out. I thought I could, but I couldn't. So then I'm in 6th grade. I think, junior high, man, those kids, they get in fights. They're huge. They're thinking about driving. I thought, boy, when I get to be in junior high, I'm going to have it sorted out. I got to junior high. I didn't have it sorted out. Start thinking something's wrong with me. Clint, man, good to see you. Start thinking something's wrong with me. So I'm in junior high. I think clearly in high school, it's me. It's just a timing thing. I'm in 8th grade, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. That's when people figure it out. So that's what I thought. Then I get to high school. You know what happened? Take a guess. Couldn't figure it out. Right? I thought, man, there's something wrong with me. So then I'm in high school. I thought, well, you know what? What I think is going on in life isn't. When I get to college, that's what happens. it'll just click. Things will just make sense to me, and I'll stop feeling like an idiot. I'll stop feeling like this wheel keeps me. I keep wanting to grab onto it. I just can't. That's what I thought was going to happen, right? And I get to college, and guess what happened? I became a nightmare. I went off the rails so hard, didn't figure anything out there. And then I thought, well, man, you get out in the real world, and you just figure it out because you have to. And now I'm in the real world. Guys, I still don't have it figured out. I don't. I communicate well, so you think I do. I'm still figuring it out. I'm trying. You know what? I'm thinking, well, maybe I get to South America. I'll learn a different language. I'll figure things out. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm just trying. I want to, I'm not going to stop trying. MJ, Mel, good to see you. You know what I mean? And I start to think that people that think they have it figured out, maybe they do. Maybe they're all full of crap. I don't know. But I know I'm not the only one who feels like me. Kevin Hostler asks, Johnny, how did you quit drugs? Meetings, rehab, therapy, or on your own? I never went to rehab. I never went to meetings. And it's horrible to say this. I did it on my own. I had Tommy to help me, okay? Here's the thing. My drug of choice, I love you, Lisa. Lisa says, how are the stars here? You know what? Crazy enough, I don't think I've looked. I'm not sure if it's the city lights. I'm going to go out and look tonight. But when I set the camera up for the live stream for the ocean, I'll check it out. I know that at dusk, you can see the Southern Cross on the right at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So there are different stars in this where I am, but I haven't really watched them. I don't have my act together. I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? There's so many people that don't. If you're one of those like me, it's okay. I quit because when I quit, the hard drugs I quit, they weren't my drugs of choice. It was what I was addicted to. I've abused or been addicted to all of them. But, that wasn't my drug of choice. So when I got clean from them, it was like easy to walk away because I didn't ever want that to happen to me again. Those weren't my drugs of choice. Now, for somebody like the guys that Tommy and I are going to go help, this is their drug of choice. So for them, quitting is going to be a lot more difficult for me because it wasn't my drug of choice. I was certainly addicted to it, right? But it wasn't my drug of choice. But look at that. Tommy Bird said something I was just thinking, nobody does it on their own. I don't care if you think you did. You didn't. He's right. I had Tommy. I had legions of people praying for me. I was a mess. I was a dumpster fire. Tommy Bird is spot on. You know how you get sober? Connection. This. So how many people right now, and this we're talking about, listen, this is the Sobriety channel. There's a half a dozen people in this chat saying, I need help. I want to fix this. It's because a connection will do that. The opposite of addiction isn't sobriety, like so many people think. The opposite of addiction is connection, because when you are in an addiction, you know what happens? You push everything good away from you, because if it gets near you, you'll be exposed, and that's a problem. You have to keep the addiction going, right? That's the truth of it. So it's depression, anxiety. There's so many things that connection solves it. So I didn't get sober on my own. I prayed a lot, and I'm a believer. I had a lot of people praying for me. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you something. This is important. Yeti, you have one life to live. Kristen is really being an admin on the side. Meanwhile, I'm eating more Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Listen, if you want help, the fact that anyone's even talking like this, you can do it. You just can. But it's a decision you have to make, and it isn't easy. Look at that. A great woman. Lisa says, for those who want to quit and those who are trying to get sober, prayers. I'll help anybody to try and get sober. I can't do it for you. I've had so many people since I kind of came to you guys and said, look, I'm an addict. And I told everybody, this is a Pepper show. It's a Pepper guitar cat show. It's just about things I dig and I groove on. But you know how many people I have emailed me or commented that have said, I'm sober because of you. Pardon my French, but the hell you are. No, you know who's right? You know who's sober because of me? Me. Anybody here that is sober, you did it. You had support and love and encouragement. We all need encouragement. You know what encourage means? The word encourage means to give courage. So if you encourage somebody, I'm giving you courage. We all need it. I didn't get anybody sober but me, and I had a lot of help. It wasn't me alone. So listen, if you want help, there's about 6 or 7 people that are due for an email from me tomorrow. We've had problems moving in the internet, everything else. A bunch of people are going to get emails from you tomorrow. Don't suffer in silence. If you need help, reach out. It's that simple. I'm going to end in just a couple seconds, right? Tommy's going to be on, what, 10 or 15 minutes? What's the scoop? About 5 after. Ish. Please do me a favor and scoot over to expat Tommy Scoville. 2 days now? 2 days from now, that channel becomes The Love Boats. So please go over and check that out. Look at this. I'm a big reason I got sober. You know what? It was God and everybody around you. Thank you for saying that. You're a good person. I love you, Sam. All right, Lego. I love you, dude, in a big way, dude. No joke. All right, so listen, going to wrap it up now. Tonight, after Tommy's stream, there's going to be a live stream because we have smoking internet now. There's going to be a live stream with a picture. You're going to be able to see the ocean, and you're going to be able to hear it really, really well. So you guys want to help me? I don't want, you know what? Thank goodness no one gave me a super chat today. I don't want super chats. You want to help me? Do me a favor. Just get a better night's sleep tonight. Anybody want to do that? It's going to be on this channel. Just get a better night's sleep tonight. All right? You guys are great. I love you. I'm going to wrap it up now. Good night, Captain Capsaicin. You guys are great. Tommy will be on in just about 5-ish minutes. And when he concludes, you're gonna, if you want, and I would love everybody to come over and sleep with me tonight. Sort of. All right? Thank you guys for your time. I love you. Let's all hear the waves when we go to sleep tonight. But in 5-ish minutes, let's all listen to what Tommy's got to say, because I'll tell you something. A lot smarter than me. And he's always has something good to say. Night, dude. Hey, thanks for being here. I love you all. Bunch of you getting emails tomorrow and phone calls. Smile. Don't ever give up the fight. Don't suffer in silence. Between now and the next time I see you guys, come on. Smile and love. See you guys later.